In this video, we're going to be talking about the operations on functions. Just as two real numbers can be combined by the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division to form other real numbers, two functions can be combined to create new functions. So let's let f and g be any two functions. So a new function can be defined by performing any of four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So for addition, if we have two functions, function f plus function g of x, we can rewrite that as f of x plus g of x. And we see that here in our example. Notice that the two functions are f of x was 5x and g of x was x plus 2. And they were simply just put together. So if we look at it just a little bit different, we can see that we've got the f of 5, right, our f of x, and the g of x being added together to get our answers. Now for subtraction, the same thing applies. If we're going to subtract two functions, we're going to take the f of x and we'll subtract our g of x. Again, just as we see here, we have our 5x and we have our x plus 2, and those are being subtracted. Multiplication is no different. If we're going to be multiplying two functions together, we'll take the first function and then multiply it with our second function. So in our example, our f of 5 is right there, and it's being multiplied with our x plus 2 to get our 5x squared plus 10x answer. Division works just the same. So if I'm going to divide two functions, I will take my first function and divide it by my second function. So my f of x divided by my g of x. So here our first function was our f of x. Notice that it's on the top. We divided that by our g of x, which is on the bottom. And because that doesn't reduce, that's actually going to be the answer. Now, the domains of the sum, difference, product, and quotient functions consists of the x values that are in the domains of both f and g. Additionally, the domain of the quotient does not include the x values for which g of x equals 0. So again, the domain of these arithmetic combinations of functions f and g, they consist of all real numbers that are common to the domains of both f and g. And with the quotient, we have that further restriction that g of x, that bottom function, cannot equal 0.